As coronavirus lockdowns are putting millions of people out of work, destroying small businesses and the economy, another major concern is how it's affecting our mental health. And a recent study finds depression rates are skyrocketing during pandemic lockdowns. Probably to no one's surprise here. Researchers from the University of Chicago and Boston University are finding depression rates are 3 times higher nationwide after the lockdowns. They jumped from more than 8% to nearly 28%. And our next guest is using knitting and crocheting to alleviate mental health issues from the pandemic lockdowns. She's also the 5th generation member of the family Lion brand yarn company and the founder of the anti-bullying global initiative #Hats Not Hate. Shira Blumenthal joins us now on the program. Shira, welcome. Happy New Year's to you.
Happy New Year to you too. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm so interested to hear about your initiative because I know right now a lot of people out there are struggling. And as we go into this new year, you kind of want a fresh start, something new. And, maybe you might not think about crocheting or knitting, but perhaps you'd recommend giving it a try?
100%. I know personally, for me, knitting and crocheting has always been something that I've gone to in times of struggle, pre-pandemic, even when life is just not working out the way that I want it to. And knitting and crochet, I've seen, especially in the community that Lion Brand has created, especially with my live streaming daily show, The She Show, on our Facebook page. These people have come together, they've taken up knitting, they've taken up crocheting, they've even taken up looming. Just that repetitive motion and that taking away from looking at screens, how we all have been so dependent on our phones and our computers and our TVs, to just break. And it really does help. It quiets the mind.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you're also the founder of an anti-bullying global initiative. Tell us about the Blue Hats, what it stands for, but also, as we have so many children who've been left at home because of these lockdown procedures, we know that there's a massive increase in things like underage access to pornography. Are we also seeing a precipitous increase in bullying or cyberbullying with these children being confined in their homes and left with nothing but their electronic devices?
Yeah, so Hat Not Hate started because I personally myself was bullied when I was in 4th grade. And I felt that no child and really no adult should ever go through that pain of being alone. So the concept is Hat Not Hate. You unravel the E of hate and you have a hat, and it's blue because blue is the anti-bullying color. And with that, we ask knitters, crocheters, loomers, makers all around the world to create blue hats. And with those blue hats, we distribute them through the month of October, which is National Bullying Prevention Month. And we then give them to schools all around the country, educating students about bullying and how to be an upstander rather than a bystander, and to speak out for their friends, and also getting kids involved. We have a Hat Not Hate loom kit that we partnered with Creativity for Kids, and now anyone can make a blue hat and help this cause, and also take up the craft of knitting and crochet. And literally anyone, you guys can make blue hats. I know you can.
Okay, you're very optimistic in our knitting skills. And maybe Joe's got it, but I haven't sewn in a while. So okay, we'll see. Well, you know what? I'm ready for the challenge. I'll take it. It's 2021. Let's do it. Shira, tell me just a little bit about your own family's company. I'm so interested because 5 generations, throughout this year, we've really had to sort of rely on our family members and our loved ones during this time. And although we might not be able to see them in person, we found other ways to communicate and keep them in our lives. What's that been like for you? Have you found sort of this thread, this string, this piece of yarn that's connected you all through this time?
Yeah, it's, just in general, being a part of a family business that spans over 5 generations, and my father that was in the company for 50 years, to have that and to have that connection to something is so amazing and special, but also with such a timely craft that is knitting and crochet that everyone knows someone like their grandma made something out of yarn, or it's always someone knows something. Sometimes they may not know the difference between knit and crochet, which happens a lot. But I think that the fact that we have come together, even through Teams and screens and just a lot of talking, the fact that we have tried to be there as much as possible for our community of makers and to supply them with yarn and to see the creations and the creativity that they're doing, and the fact that we are also helping them and giving them that sense of calm that I think a lot of people need right now.
Well, what a great message that you bring and you share with us all tuning in and watching, and maybe we will try knitting and crocheting in the new year. Thank you. Okay, Shira Blumenthal joining us live. We've got the website on the bottom of your screen, hatnothate.org. Check it out. Thanks, Shira. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. All right.